You are not here by accident. You think you clicked on this video out of curiosity, or maybe boredom, or maybe you've heard things like this before, and you're wondering if this time will be any different. It will be, not because of me, but because of you. Because some parts of you already know what I'm about to say, even if you've never had the words for it. Some part of you has been screaming in the background of your mind your entire life, and now, maybe for the first time, it will be heard. If you understand what I'm about to tell you, not just hear it and nod along, but truly understand it, then your life will never be the same. You will not be able to unsee it. And let me be clear, this is not about belief. I do not care what you believe. The universe does not care what you believe. This is about mechanics, about how things actually work. You are taught that reality is a physical structure, a solid, objective, and external thing. That your thoughts exist inside your head and the world exists outside of it. And that the two are only connected in indirect ways, through action, through speech, through physical effort. That was the first and most effective lie. Reality is not a structure, it is a language, a shifting, responsive, living language, one that you are speaking every moment of your existence, whether you realize it or not. Most people are speaking nonsense, random, conflicting signals, broken sentences of doubt, intention, belief, fear, and then they wonder why nothing in their life makes sense, why they feel like they are living in a chaotic and unresponsive world. But those who understand the language, truly understand it, they do not live the same lives as everyone else. They are the ones who walk into a room and shift the entire vibration without a word. They are the ones who make the impossible look effortless. They are the ones who seem to bend probability itself into their favor, not because they are lucky, but because luck is simply another dialect of this language, and they are fluent in it. You have seen these people, and if you are honest with yourself, you have noticed that they are different from everyone else. It's not charisma, it's not intelligence, it's not power or status. It is alignment with the hidden syntax of existence. This is not mysticism. This is physics, not the physics they teach you in schools. Those are surface level equations, the puppet strings of reality, not the hands pulling the strings, not the hands that move them. The physics I'm talking about is buried beneath it all, in the fabric of causality itself. And if you stayed with me for this long, then you are already starting to remember. I will show you how to start speaking to reality in a way that it actually understands you. Because if you are still here, that means something. You could have left by now, like so many others who felt that brief flicker of recognition and left before it could take hold, who ran from it, back to comfort and familiarity, back to illusion. But you didn't. Something has kept you here. And if you pay close attention, you will realize that it is not me. It is you. There is something inside of you that is demanding to be heard. Something that has waited a very long time for you to be ready. It has whispered to you in dreams. It has shown itself in moments of déjà vu, in flashes of strange clarity, in the way that certain ideas have always felt true, even if you had no logical reason to believe them. This is not coincidence. This is recognition. And now, perhaps for the first time, you are going to understand why. Let's strip this down to its barest essence. No mysticism, no philosophy, just mechanics. Everything in existence follows a pattern, but it's not in the way that a lot of people think. It's not a rigid, predetermined fate. It is something far stranger, far more alive, and far more interactive than that. Imagine reality as an expansive and interwoven network of connections, not physical, but resonant. A structure that shifts and bends, not according to linear cause and effect, but according to alignment. If you have ever wondered how some people seem to move through life effortlessly, while others seem to be struggling against an invisible wall, this is why. They are not moving through the world. The world is moving with them. And that is the difference between those who understand the hidden architecture and those who do not. You have been trained to move through reality as if it is external to you, as if you must push against it, force it into shape, struggle and grind and fight for every inch of progress. But the truth is this: reality does not respond to force, it responds to resonance. What does that mean? It means that everything in this life, every opportunity, every obstacle, every so-called coincidence is not happening to you. It is happening through you. It is a direct reflection of the pattern that you are generating at every level of your being, consciously, subconsciously, emotionally, and even physically. If you do not understand the mechanics of those patterns, then you will always feel as though you are fighting against forces beyond your control. But you are not. You never have been. You are simply speaking the language of reality incorrectly. Most people think of cause and effect as a straight line. Action, which leads to reaction. But that is not how reality actually works. Reality is recursive, looped, reflexive. Everything feeds back into itself, layered upon layers, like a fractal unfolding endlessly inwards. This is why intention alone does not work. This is why simply thinking positive changes nothing. Your thoughts are not the command center of your reality. They are but one layer. Beneath them, you have an entire subconscious network of beliefs, memories, traumas, instincts, many of which are actively working against what it is that you desire, what it is that you consciously desire. And beneath that, something even deeper, something most people never get to see, something most people never access, something outside of time. Have you ever had a moment where you felt something was going to happen before it did? A thought that came out of nowhere. Perhaps it's, I should reach out to this person, and then mere moments later, they message you. A sudden wave of certainty that a decision was right or wrong, even if there is no logical reason for it. This is not intuition in the vague, mystical sense. This is precognition. A brief moment where your awareness skipped ahead in the fractal, because the future is not a distant and unknowable thing. It is a pattern forming in real time, a ripple moving backwards through the structure of reality as much as it is moving forward. And if you know how to read that ripple, you can alter it before it solidifies. This is what the ancient Christian mystics called logos, the divine structuring force, the word before words, the principle that holds all things in their proper order. And this is what non-duality attempts to describe when it speaks of the separation, or should I say, the illusion of separation. Because once you understand this, you will no longer experience life as something happening to you. You will experience it as something happening through you. And then you will begin to speak to reality in its own language. Now we come to the part that will change everything, if you truly understand it. You do not control reality by force. You do not control it by wishing. You control it by alignment. Here is how it actually works. Step 1, identify the existing pattern. Before you can change anything, you must first look at the script that is already running. This means looking at your life objectively, not with emotion, not with excuses, but with absolute clarity. Every recurring problem, every repeating situation, every pattern that seems to follow you. These are not accidents. They are reflections of something deeper. You must find the common denominator. And it is you. It is always you. Step 2, disrupt the loop. Most people try to change their lives on the surface level. New actions, new routines, new habits. But the deeper script remains unchanged. And so the pattern always reasserts itself. To break a loop, you must do something fundamentally out of character. Something that disrupts the expected trajectory of your reality. This is why major breakthroughs often come from moments of extreme crisis or decision. The system was shocked into realignment. But you do not have to wait for a crisis. You can shock the system deliberately. Step 3, recode the underlying structure. Now we go to the core. This is where everything shifts. Your conscious mind speaks in logic, but your subconscious mind, the one that is actually running the show, it speaks in symbols, in patterns, and emotions. This is why affirmations often fail, because they are spoken to the wrong layer of the mind. Instead, you must embody the pattern before reality catches up. Not pretend, not force, but genuinely inhabit the frequency of the reality that you want before there is any evidence of it. This is not about belief. It is about physics. The moment your internal resonance aligns with a new trajectory, reality will bend to match it. Not instantly, not always in the ways you would expect it to, but inevitably. This is why those who truly master this do not chase. They do not hope. They know. And now, I will show you what happens when you take this knowledge to its full and limitless conclusion. Because you are still here. Do you realize what that means? Most people never make it this far. They turn back, comforted by their familiar struggles, unwilling to step beyond them. They will tell themselves that they are thinking about it, or processing it, or that they're going to come back to it later, but a lot of them will not. Let me tell you, once you pass a certain point, there is no going back, and you have passed that point. You are now standing at the edge of something that most people will never see, a new structure of reality, one that was always there, always available, yet unseen, because you are trained to not look. But now, you are looking. And the question that remains is this: will you act? Because knowing is not enough. Understanding is not enough. Even believing is not enough. You must embody it. You must apply this. You must step into the world differently than you have ever before. Because the moment you do, you will feel reality begin to move around you and shape itself in a way that you have never experienced before. And that will be your proof. I told you that reality is a language, that it responds not to force but to resonance. We will go deeper, because what most people call manifestation is only the outermost layer of something far more profound. You've likely heard the ideas before. Your thoughts create your reality. You attract what you are. What you focus on expands. And while there is truth in all of these, they are dangerously incomplete. Because if it was that simple, wouldn't everyone that thought positively be wealthy, happy, and thriving? Wouldn't every vision board have turned into a real-life photograph by now? It doesn't work that way. And the reason why is this. You are not manifesting from the mind. You are manifesting from the field. Most people try to change reality by changing their thoughts. But your thoughts are just signals, surface-level impulses flickering across your awareness. They are not the source. The source of your reality is the energetic field in which you exist. This is not abstract spirituality. This is quantum mechanics. Your body, your emotions, your past experiences, your beliefs, everything that makes you, you, creates an electromagnetic field. This field interacts with the fabric of reality, shifting the probabilities of what can and will happen to you and around you. You have felt this before. You walk into a room and you immediately sense tension between two people even before a word is spoken. When someone you just met exudes a presence so powerful, you feel it before you even hear their name. When certain places gives you a strange and undeniable feeling. Heavy, warm, electric, eerie. You are not imagining these things. You are perceiving the invisible but very, very real resonance of an electromagnetic field. It really is interesting because your field is speaking to reality itself constantly. It is broadcasting a signal and reality is responding accordingly. So if you say, I am abundant, but your field is saturated with lack, scarcity, and fear, the field wins every time. If you say, I am loved, but your field is carrying old wounds, unresolved trauma, or a deep-seated fear of betrayal and abandonment, the field wins every time. And that is why most people fail at changing their lives, because they are speaking one message with their words and an entirely different message with their field. Reality does not listen to your words. It listens to your being. Most people live trapped in a feedback loop. Their past shapes their field. Their field shapes their future. Their future reinforces their past. And so the cycle continues, repeating endlessly. To break the loop, you must interrupt the field. You must change what is being broadcast before the next set of probabilities collapse into form. Here's how. To change the field, you must first become aware of it. This means tuning into your default state, not the version of you that you present to the world, not the positive mindset that you try to maintain, but the actual underlying frequency that governs your reality. Ask yourself, what do I assume will happen in my life? What do I expect from people, from situations, from the future? What themes keep repeating despite my best efforts? These are your subconscious broadcasts. Now here's the thing. Your field does not shift by thinking differently. Your field shifts by feeling differently. And emotion is not something that you force. It is something that you generate. Right now, try this. Think of a moment in your life where you have felt truly and undeniably powerful. Not confident, not hopeful, but powerful. Maybe it was a moment where you knew without question that you are in control of your destiny. A moment of absolute presence, absolute clarity, absolute knowing. Hold on to that feeling, expand it, let it fill your body, your awareness, your field. If you can sustain this state for even 3 minutes, you will feel something shift. That is your field recalibrating. Do this daily, and your reality will have no choice but to bend accordingly. Most people approach life as if they must first do something in order to then receive something. This is backwards. You must first become the version of you that already has the thing. You must collapse the distance between yourself and the reality that you seek. Here's how this works. Instead of thinking, one day I will be successful, shift to, I am already abundant, and I am simply allowing reality to catch up. Instead of thinking, I need to find my purpose, shift to, my purpose is already unfolding, and I am stepping into it. Do you feel the difference? This is not faking it. This is synchronizing timelines. When you fully inhabit the state of being before external proof arrives, you are collapsing the distance between intention and manifestation. Reality then rushes to fill the gap. If you've made it this far, something in you has already shifted. You can feel it. You are no longer just a passive observer of reality. You are no longer hoping things will change. You are aware now, and awareness is the answer. The rest is in your hands. You can return to your old patterns, your old belief, your old self, and nothing will change. Or you can step fully into the mechanics of reality, speaking its language fluently and bending probability itself into your favor. This is not theory. This is not wishful thinking. This is how it has always worked. You were just never meant to know. Until now.